and good afternoon. Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about a very famous painting by Leonardo da Vinci called Lady with an Ermine. The painting was executed around 1489-1490 in Milan when Leonardo was working for the Duke of Milan, the formidable Ludovico Sforza, called also Ludovico il Moro. The painting shows a very beautiful woman, one of the most beautiful women of the day, Cecilia Gallerani. We know for sure that she was 16 when he painted her, and believe it or not, she was already once married. When Ludovico became the Duke of Milan, he married another gorgeous woman from a very formidable family called d'Este from Mantua. Her name was Beatrice. As was the fashion of the day, of course, understandably, Ludovico had many mistresses on the side, and even when he was married to Beatrice, he still kept Cecilia on this side for a little bit of time until Beatrice discovered the whole thing and told him to get rid of her. Now, there is a very interesting connection between the family of Sforzas and Poland, and it's not just because the painting eventually ended up in Poland in the Czartoryski collection, which I'm going to tell you in a moment about. Sforzas were a very grand family, and at the beginning of the 16th century, Poland actually had an Italian queen from that very family. Now, her father was actually supposed to rule Milan instead of Ludovico. It was his nephew, Gian Galeazzo Sforza. Gian Galeazzo Sforza unfortunately died in sort of very mysterious circumstances. We think most likely, or some historians think, that he was simply poisoned by Ludovico. He just got rid of him. Why would you keep your nephew if you wanted to rule the city or the duchy instead of him? So poor Gian Galeazzo died at a very young age, but nevertheless he managed to sire 4 children, and one of them was Bona, and Bona became the Queen of Poland. So there you go. It's a fantastic situation that we actually have a painting by Leonardo da Vinci that was painted when he was working for Sforzas, and in a very short space of time we had an Italian queen from the same family. Now, we don't know what happened to that painting for a very long time. Indeed, we know that it was very well known because after it was painted by Leonardo, Isabella d'Este, from the same family that Beatrice came from, wrote a letter to Cecilia Gallerani asking her to send this painting to her so she could compare it with other portraits by Giovanni Bellini, who was working for d'Este family at that time. Of course, Cecilia had to oblige because Isabella was a very powerful woman, and the painting sort of traveled back and forth. Now, then, we have no idea what happened to it. I mean, it's an amazing painting, but actually we don't know a single owner of the painting until at the end of the 18th century, Prince Adam Czartoryski happened to be in Italy on a grand tour, and he bought this painting. He bought this painting and gave it as a present to his mother in Poland. And now, of course, the painting is one of the most precious masterpieces in any Polish collection, and you can see it in Krakow at the National Gallery. The whole Czartoryski collection has been recently bequested to the nation, and you can admire it in a fantastic museum. In fact, it's much nicer to look at that painting than go and see Mona Lisa, where you have millions of people taking photos. In Krakow, it's all peaceful and lovely, and there's hardly anyone there, and you can contemplate this masterpiece for as long as you wish. So it's a very interesting story, and a paradox really that we have this connection with this Sforza family. We had the queen, and and this marvelous masterpiece ended up in our country. So there you go. It's all connected with each other. Anyway, see you soon. Bye.